Hello everybody, welcome to Experiment P16. My name's Jordan and today on the channel we have an unboxing video of the brand new Xbox One X. The reason behind this is my dad doesn't know when to say no to new toys. So, we've had the normal Xbox One for quite a while now. Love Xbox, the games, the online, all the capabilities that come with it. Now, when the S came out, wasn't really too fussed about the upgrade, just thought, the fact that you lost the battery pack wasn't enough to warrant getting a brand new one, especially when this one works as well as it does. However, as the technology upgrades, your 4K comes out and things like that, obviously this new one, the capabilities that come with it compared to the old one, were definitely worth getting an upgrade for. So what we're going to do is we're going to unbox this, we're going to have a look at the way it looks, we're going to check out the controller. I brought the old Glorious to compare between the way that it looks, the way that it feels, and we'll see how it goes. So let's get to it. So here it is, the brand new Xbox One X. It's a 1TB console. The console we had before was only 500GB. Now that sometimes was a little bit of a problem, especially when you've got a few games, saves and all that you were finding that you had to delete and remove things when you weren't playing them. Hopefully with this one we won't have the same problem. That 1TB system should be enough to cover all of our saves and all of our games that we have. So, looking at the box, it's a lot sleeker. I like the black. I like it a lot better than I did the original Xbox green. I know that was their selling point, the way the colours and stuff were originally, but I definitely think this is a lot sleeker, it's a lot nicer. Yeah, now the back, we have obviously the advertisement for the new Forza, which every time they bring a new console out, Forza seems to be the game that they go for. I think it's just because of the way they can make it look. It definitely, adds to the way you're buying it and the way you're playing it. So it looks pretty good from the outside, but you didn't come here to see the outside. You came here to see the inside. So let's get this baby open. What we got? So first things first. Nice little sleeve from Xbox. Xbox.com getting started. What do we have here? So, we have the instruction manual on how to set it up. It's new, different. Don't really need that anyway, to be totally honest. We also have an advert for the Game Pass, which is a pretty nice little touch. By the looks of this, this is a free trial for the new Xbox Game Pass. I did sign up to the trial originally when it came out. Now the games weren't great, but looking at this, they've added quite a lot. It's not bad. I suppose it's a way to get people to sign up to it, see what it's like, especially, you've paid all this money for a brand new console, why not throw a few extras in? And last thing in this pack is a Xbox Live 1 month trial for gold. So again, some nice things there, nice little touches from Xbox. I definitely think, it doesn't really help with the price and stuff, but again, free things are nice, so they'll be good to use. Now let's get into the main attraction, as they call it. Be very careful with this. Pull everything out. That's all we need from there. So, what we got in here? I know what this is, so I'm gonna leave that for the last bit. I'm gonna dive into this little box first because it's obviously the controller and the cable, so we'll get the boring stuff out of the way first. Now, this is something I'm not used to. Now, the old Xbox, as I said, had a big chunky power pack. Now, the way my setup used to be, I used to have it set up on a desk that I used to sit and play at, and the cables used to be under my feet. I can't explain enough how many times I used to unplug the power pack by accidentally kicking it, playing FIFA, Rainbow Six, the likes. So knowing that it hasn't got a power pack is going to help me a lot, to be totally honest. I think it makes sense. Why do you need a power pack? It's plugged in. It's not like you were going to unplug it and just use the power pack. You couldn't do that. So that's a nice little touch. I like that. So now we're going to go into the bigger compartment and see what we've got in this side. I'm just going to get rid of all this cardboard. We don't need that. Now, comes with the standard Xbox HDMI, which over the years we've accumulated quite a lot of HDMI cables, so probably not going to need this, but they always come in handy, so you know, it's nice to have. Now, the controller. I have to say, having owned an Xbox and a PlayStation, I've always preferred the Xbox controllers. The problem I always had, now I'm going to leave this in here for 1 second while I explain this. This is the old Xbox controller, you know, standard. I like the way it always felt in your hand. It always felt like your hands were full rather than the PlayStation controllers. One thing I will say, I upgraded to the Luna controller a while ago, and I always felt going back to these ones was a difficult thing to do, based on the fact that the Luna one had nice grips on the back, like a rubber grip. The triggers felt, you know, more stable, more secure, and the analog sticks were a lot nicer. Like these ones feel slippy. Again, that'll be based on the fact that this is an old controller. It's being used. It's taken a battering. Again, FIFA. But yeah, I just always liked the upgraded controllers. They felt like they were. You paid the money for them, basically. So before I open this, I'm really hoping that Xbox have taken notice of that, especially for the price of these. I hope you're gonna get a controller that's gonna feel nice. So let's get in. He says. Now that's interesting. It's not rubber. However, the triggers definitely feel more like the Luna ones. And the analog sticks feel harder, and the grips on them, again, I don't know, the grips could just be the fact that it's, you know, an old controller, but they feel nicer. The rubber back isn't here, but I don't know if you can see properly on the back. It has these bobbles that this one doesn't have. It feels better than the rubber grip. Now, I'm a bit taken aback by that, because when I saw it when it came out the bag, I thought, well, it's just the plastic, but that feels nice. It feels like the best of both worlds, so bravo. I think you've done a good job with that, Xbox. Yeah, I like the control. Again, looking at them, very, very similar to look at on the outsides, but that little touch on the back, and definitely with the triggers, it just feels nicer. So I'd say that's a win. I definitely think the controller is an improvement on the original Xbox One. Now, again, I know this isn't going to look like the original one, but why we've done the comparison based on this one to the old one is obviously it's gone back to the original black colour. And, you know, we've, again, never upgraded to the S before, based on the fact that this always did its job. So I know it's going to look a little bit different, but having never seen an S up close, you know, hopefully this will blow me away, but I'm going to be very, very careful taking these off, because this always worries me that they take them so high up. Let's put that down. That was definitely secured a lot better than the original one as well. I never liked they felt so small, and you covered all four corners. Trying to put that back in the box when you're moving it places was an absolute nightmare. So this is like Christmas. I've got a feeling I'm going to enjoy doing unboxing videos. Now, put some interesting music in this board. There you have it. Back to front, that was good. The brand new Xbox One X. Now, it feels heavy. It weighs a ton. Compared to that, I'm not even kidding, that's so light and it's a lot bigger and chunky. That to me just proves how much dead space there is on this console. It's so, the shell of it is not required. This just feels heavy. Now the back comes with all your standard ports, USB, HDMI, TV input, the likes. I like how everything's now on the front. That's one thing I never liked with the old Xbox. Let's bring that one in so that we can see it side by side. So having done a little bit of research about this, the reason that this feels as heavy, or in my opinion feels as heavy as it does, is the fact that this is liquid cooled on the inside. That obviously is going to add a lot to the inside of this box and make it a lot heavier than this one here. One thing I did see, which now looking at, when I originally saw it I didn't think it would be a problem. Now I saw a rumour that in every single one of these there is an Easter egg from the original Halo. On the motherboard of all the new Xbox One X's there is a small Master Chief riding a Scorpion, which is obviously paying homage to the fact that when this was originally announced, its project name was Project Scorpion. So, having seen it now, I know they said don't do it, and I'm not going to do it because my dad who bought this is standing looking at me with a bit of a scared look on his face. Don't worry, I'm not going to open this up. I kind of want to open it up and see the symbol just so I can say that I'm one of the people that's seen it. But I know it voids your warranty, so please don't do that when you buy them. Google it, there's pictures on there. It's a pretty cool little thing, it's nice to know that it's in there. I think it's a little bit of a tease from Xbox because it's going to get people, their mouth watering like mine is right now. But anyway, back to the way that they look. Like you see, you can see a massive difference. Now I know this is a lot closer to the S in terms of the way that it looks, but again we're going back to the fact that it's gone back to the original colouring and things like that. So I prefer the look of this one, I have to say. I like how small it is, I like it's thinner, it just looks sleeker. Now the one thing I never ever liked on the original Xbox was the fan on the top. I just didn't like the way that it looked. I always said it should have had this gloss all the way across the top. That would have made it look nicer, and the problem you have with this is the dust gathers so much in the fan that we wiped this a couple of times before we started recording this and it's still there. You're obviously not going to have that problem here. Yes, it's going to get dusty, but one quick wipe, it's gone. I like the matte. I still prefer the gloss. I think the gloss would have been nicer, but again I understand why they've gone to that. You can see the scratches quite a lot on here from the dust and things over the past that have been on top of it. You're obviously not going to have that problem with the matte black. So I am excited to see how the games play on it. Yeah, like I said before, I really like how everything's now on the front. I like how, I know the disc tray and everything was already on there, but I like how, your sensor button and stuff like that, and your USB port are now here on the side, on the front, sorry. Rather than it being on the side, just because when it's under, we've had this on a TV unit, and trying to get in when you've got things on the other side of it to try and press that to connect a controller or anything like that is a total pain. There's no need for it to be on the side, there's no need for the USB port to be on the side. If you've got a charge cable in there for your Xbox controller, why does it need to be on the side and pulling around there when you're going to be playing in front of the in front of the console anyway? So I'm happy that they've moved everything to the front. it's more like a console now. If Xbox is going the way that they said they were going to, where they want this to be an entertainment unit and stuff like that, it should be looking the way that it looks on the front, so that you can have it on a TV unit, just sat in front, underneath your TV, with everything there that you need. So yeah, I like it. I think it looks a lot better, aesthetically compared to the original. And I'm glad they've gone back to the black. Now, we have this debate quite a lot about the iPhones and stuff like that with the colours. Now, I've always been a firm advocate of the different colours, the gold, the whites, the silvers and things like that you can get your phone in. My dad's always loved the black, the matte black, whether it's space grey, things like that, he's always gone for those. So I've always argued with him that they're different when that happens, when you get those ones. However, when they brought the white Xbox S out, I felt like they went backwards to the original 360. I understand they wanted to change it. It was a different console and they wanted to make it look different and things like that, but I'm very happy that they've gone back to this black and made it matte. As much as I like the gloss and would have preferred it to be gloss, it just looks nice. It looks tasty. What's this? Oh, I've just realised there's actually a little message on there. I'm going to see if one of these cameras picks it up there. It actually says, "Hello from Seattle, Xbox One X." So it's a nice little message from obviously the headquarters in Seattle. Yeah, can't wait to get this plugged in, see what some of the games look like. Having upgraded to a 4K TV, we've already noticed a massive difference when we've been playing the games and watching TV shows and stuff anyway. However, with this having the capabilities to play the games, the likes of the Battlefront and your Forzas and things like that, in 4K, that coupled with a 4K TV, I think we're going to be blown away. So stay tuned. But yeah, that was it. That was the unboxing of the brand new Xbox One X. Look forward to more of these in the future, because as I said before, my dad doesn't know when to say no when it comes to new toys. So thankfully, I don't have to buy them. I just unbox them and get to play with them. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.